Agneszka, and the last name is Plona. I don't know how to say that.
It's Agnieszka Plona speaking.
Oh, how do I say your name?
It's Agnieszka Plona.
Agnieszka. Polish name, right?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So I'm trying to figure a couple things out. I've only got one page of a letter, and it's got your name on it, and there's no account number, there's no nothing here, but it says I have to cooperate with some kind of a survey, and I've got to cooperate with some kind of a audit. Is that true?
I am not sure, but what is your name?
Jake Smythe, Smythe, but I don't think you were communicating with me. I think you're talking to my landlord, but I want to make sure. So look, I just got to understand something here because I do all the paperwork.
Your landlord.
I do all the paperwork for my landlord. He hired me to do everything for him, right? So I just need to know because he's kind of panicking right now. It seems like the letter told him he's going to jail. Are you going to put him in jail? Is that what's happening here?
About what is this in regards to?
It's a letter that you sent. It's a letter you sent to the owner of the house I live in. I do all his paperwork for him, and it's a threat of some kind. But he can't find the first page. So I need to know. It sounds like you guys want to do an audit. Two questions. Can you put him in jail? And does he legally have to cooperate with the audit? Go ahead.
Well, I haven't sent the letter.
Oh.
So you would not have received the letter from me.
But your name is on it.
I'm not sure why my name is on it.
Well, I don't know either. That's why I'm calling you. Okay, that's why I'm calling you. So, but, all right, so if this is an audit, does he legally have to cooperate with it? Or can we just get legal counsel?
Yeah, I mean, of course, if it's an audit, but then you need to contact the auditor.
Okay, but why?
You need to contact you can contact the auditor. I'm not the auditor.
What's the penalty?
The letter would not have come from me.
Well, your name is on it. How did I get your number? Your name is on it.
Well, I'm not sure. Yeah, so maybe there was a letter for something else that your client.
Okay, so
it makes it up. Maybe there are pages from different letters.
Can you put us in jail if we don't cooperate with the audit?
I don't have the authority. I haven't sent any letters, so I would not know. I'm not. Is this for income tax audit? What is this for?
I don't know. This is your letter. Okay, let me ask you more questions then, because I want to try to figure this out. Let's say we don't want to cooperate with your audit. What's the penalty?
Oh, if taxpayer does not cooperate with it, it's very simple. You can even Google and you will find out what are the consequences for not cooperating for the audit.
Google sucks. They're a bunch of pedophiles.
Right?
I need to know.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing. If you don't cooperate during the audit, they have to do calculations based on what the information they have.
Oh. Okay. So what? Okay, let me paraphrase what you said here. So, it sounds like you have no powers of authority to arrest us or charge us criminally if we do not cooperate with an audit. And if we don't cooperate with an audit, you're going to get mad and just make up a number for taxes. Is that what I'm saying? What I'm hearing?
What do you mean, being mad?
Well, I know that people have fragile egos in our modern society. So if we say we do not want to cooperate with you, you'll just make a number up. Is that correct?
Well, see, the thing is that you have my name, you have my number, I understand. I don't know about which taxpayers you're calling. You call me from Alberta. I know definitely I'm not doing audit in Alberta. So you're asking me a hypothetical question
Well, actually, I'm not
you
in
get
Alberta.
information
I'm
from
in
me,
Russia
but
right
the
now.
same information you can Google by going to see our website, and what to expect during an audit. You will have exactly the same information.
Well, why?
But I can't discuss anything. I can't discuss anything with you in regards to your whoever you prepare the tax for, your
Yeah.
client,
Yeah.
because I don't know who you prepare the tax for. I don't know the situation of your client.
Okay.
So
Well,
I'm not going to say what are the consequences because I don't understand the situation.
well, it's real simple.
Did you get?
There's a letter here. It's a threat. Obviously, it's a threat. You gave the man here that I do all this paperwork for. You almost gave him a heart attack. He was crying and having panic attacks because of you, because your name is on this letter. I don't know how you feel about that. Doesn't sound like you care, but I need to know if you have the power to arrest him or me if we refuse to cooperate with your threat. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is that I haven't sent a letter to anybody in Alberta. Sorry. And I don't know who you're referring to. I don't know who your client is. And I don't know
That's
your
not
name.
that's not what I asked you. You're
So for
dodging.
me
No,
to-
that's not what I asked you. You're dodging the question.
No, I'm not dodging the question. I'm just saying that I don't know your name. I don't know your client's name.
I told you my name.
Just because you have my name and my phone number, you can call the inquiry. You can ask the same kind of questions. I don't know which client you're referring to because none of the clients the taxpayer that I have.
Okay. So you're being
Sorry,
okay.
not
Hold on, Ms. Plona. You're being very defensive. I don't know why you're being defensive now. You work for the government, which means you work for me. You're a public servant. Even though you work for the CRA, you issued a threat. You sent a man into convulsions over this threat. Now you're telling me that you don't really care and that you're not going to answer my questions. It's kind of rude. So I'm just asking you, if we don't want to be audited, if we don't want to cooperate with this audit, can we do jail time for that? I just need a yes or no.
I'm just asking you.
No, don't ask me questions. I didn't ask. I
the
did not ask you
taxpayer?
to ask me a question. I asked you a question. And since you work for me, I would just appreciate it, please, if you could answer the question. Yes or no, can the CRA put us in prison if we refuse to deal with you or this audit? Go ahead. Yes or no?
And I'm going to repeat again. I don't have your name. I don't know who am I speaking to, and I don't have your client's name. So for me to say anything in regards to your client, I cannot speak because I don't know if you're a representative, and I will not discuss your client's information if I don't have the client's name, information, and check if whether you are authorized representative for the clients for me to speak to you.
Are you a
So
police
if you call
officer?
me back and-
Are you a police officer?
Pardon?
Are you a police officer?
I'm not a police officer.
Then why are you threatening people?
Did I just threaten you?
Not me, but this gentleman you did.
How?
Well, it says here that we have to contact you and that we have to deal with this audit that you want to do. And I'm asking you, if we don't want to do it, I think what you said earlier is that we're not legally obligated to do an audit with you or to even speak to you. But what you said, and I need you to clarify this now, because it's very important that we get this right, that you will just write down, I guess, in a logbook that we did not cooperate and that you're just going to make a number up and demand that tax money from us. Is that correct?
Okay. So I'm just going to explain one more time.
No, don't do that, because I've already heard you, and I heard you. You're not answering my questions. I did call you because you threatened us.
Saying that whether your client is going to cooperate, if your client is going to jail, or your client is going to be arrested.
Yeah, will you do that? Will you do that? Just I need to know, will you do that? Will you do that? Can he be arrested and jailed for not cooperating with this audit that you want him to do? Go ahead. Yes or no?
I am not going to discuss your case.
Okay, so that means you have absolutely no authority whatsoever. Okay, all right. So let me ask you this question then.
You have my name and my phone number, but I don't know. Give me the case number, and I will see if this is my case.
Hold on a second here. We got to get to the bottom of a couple things here, because you're not really in the best of positions right now. You're issuing threats. Now, are you familiar with Section 423 of the Criminal Code of Canada, intimidation? Are you familiar with that one?
I haven't threatened anybody.
Yes, you have. In this letter here, yeah, when you send a grown man into convulsions, that's a threat. And obviously you got the reaction that you were looking for. That's Section 423. That's 5 years in prison upon conviction. So why don't we just have a normal conversation here where you answer my questions so I don't have to go to the courthouse and file criminal charges against you? Let's do it that way. Do you have the power to arrest this man or me or any other human being in Canada if we refuse to cooperate with an audit? Go ahead, yes or no?
Again, I'm not going to discuss with you unless I have your taxpayer's case number and I see whether you're authorized to speak on your taxpayer's behalf.
I see. Okay,
and
so
if you don't want to speak to me, you can call the customer inquiry and you can discuss with them. Okay. If your client is under audit and my name is there, there's a case number. I can check that on the system, whether that is not the taxpayer that I send a letter to. Just because you have my name number and my phone number, that doesn't mean the case is under me.
Yeah, but your name is on the letter. Why would you put your name on a letter if it wasn't me?
Just because you have my name on that, I've done many different audits, so my name and my number can be there. It doesn't mean that,
okay. Well, hold on. Wait.
You're not providing me your tax.
Okay, you said that's the fifth time you said that. Okay, here, whoa, here, hear me out for a second here. So what it sounds to me like, this is what you tell me if I'm right or wrong.
You can call the.
It sounds to me. It sounds to me like what you do. It sounds to me like what you do is you issue as many threats as you possibly can, and you just pray to God that somebody's afraid enough to fall for the audit. So what you're trying to tell me here is that you're not going to answer my question because CRA cannot force anyone to take an audit, and there is no arrest, there is no jail time because there's no law that says we have to cooperate with an audit. Do I have that right or wrong?
Again, I am not going to discuss with you any further. I don't have the detail of the case. You're not providing me information. So unless you have all the information and you can provide me, we can discuss further, and you can call me back. Thank you.
It sounds to me, just out of curiosity, one last question here. The man that collapsed on the floor holding his chest, how do you feel about that after he read your letter? Oh, you hung up. You dirty, dirty person. You hung up the phone. Not good. But that is okay. So you see, everybody, my name is Kevin J. Johnston. CRA staff are cowards. When you go on the attack, just asking them questions, they don't want to answer because they know that they do not have the authority that they say that they do. If you're having any trouble whatsoever with Canada Revenue Agency, get a hold of me right away at kevinjjohnston.com. That's kevinjjohnston.com. And we will get rid of these criminal dirtbag scumlords immediately, because that's exactly what they are. Anybody who issues threats like this to any other human being hiding behind the veil of false authority is a criminal. And let's bring together this agency down to its knees.